La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I never work under the assumption that I am actually live until I have visible proof that I am live. I should also pull up chat on my phone here because I never know if it's actually going or not. Oh, well, at least I at least know the video is going because it's played on my little computer, but the chat doesn't work on my computer, so I got to pull up on my phone the chat and I could see all your wonderful comments. Hello, everyone. My name is Justin. And that's about it. Thank you very much for coming to my stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I'm trying to pull up a live chat here. I'm just seeing top chat. There it goes. YouTube is always rearranging things, which I should be used to because I've been around for many years. I'm very old. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of Vote for a Character to Die, a stream in which is entirely clickbait, and I got you. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Because I'm evil. I'm the evil one, except I'm not usually very good at being the evil one. Can we? We're already getting votes in the chat for this thing that's not actually happening. I vote for Box. I vote for Nick Glay. Thank you, Vincent. I'm very excited about this. I Toothbrushes writes, Justin, do you like joy and whimsy? I won't specify which, but I like one of those. We're not voting to kill anyone. And if anyone dares to write that they vote for someone on the show to be killed off, I'll be so angry that I'll make you a moderator in the chat in an instant. So don't you dare. No one wants. I think the worst thing that anyone could put on someone else is responsibility. I would not wish that upon my greatest enemy, the old, unofficial II Discord server. I was a moderator in there for like a week, and it completely drew me away from wanting to be there at all. I was just like, I can't just be here and enjoy people talking. I have to like wait to police people and throw them in the corner. Let me be clear, I'm so appreciative of the people who are there and who do actual moderation and administration and blah blah blah. But as a person who was there as a creator, it was not a comforting environment when I also was wearing the police badge. But for people who are there and that's their primary thing, awesome, and I'm proud of you, and you're so cool. Here's the best thing. Here's the best thing about the stream. Ready? My channel is not, at least yet, monetizable, so I cannot be pushed into doing anything by super chats. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's go over I don't want to call them ground rules here because I'm probably gonna break them 1,000 times because we're pretty lackadaisically laxy here. But this little stream is created so I can ramble about my silly little cute little thoughts. And I will look at the chat and I will answer little thoughts and questions in the chat, but I will probably not be like abiding to the chat in the sense of I'll probably not be staring at the chat the whole time. I'll probably ramble about a topic and then look at whatever the newest thing in the chat is and then ramble about a new thing, baby. I gonna cough quick because I am a little sick right now. I'm a little teeny bit sick in a cute way. It's all, it's allergies, but I was gonna do a stream yesterday and I was like, I'm dying a little bit, so maybe tomorrow. But now I'm dying less, so here we heckin' are, baby, right? So I'm seeing people already writing, I'm sick too. Well, wishing you get better before I do. I'm giving my recovery energy to you. You deserve it more. So I'm probably not going to do a ton of voice requests today because my voice is dying a little bit, but it's a kind of a win-win scenario because I kind of since A, this channel's not monetizable, and B, or two, whatever system I'm working with right now, it's not a great night for me to be doing voice requests. If you look at the description of this video, I know no one likes to go to external links, but just stick with me here for like 5 or 6 seconds, right? I just somehow got approved to be on Cameo, and my mind's a little blown the heck away by that. So if anyone who doesn't know, Cameo is a place where fans could like swoop on in and give their little requests for the person to say words and stuff. So if you go to the Cameo link, it's like at the very top of the description right now. You could put a little voice request in there, or so I mean. For those who don't know who I am, hi, I'm Justin. I work 5 minutes in and I haven't said who I am. I assume most people here know who I am, but for those who don't know who I am, I'm an Inanimate Insanity writer, director, person, and I voice act a few characters such as I'll give him my best go right now. Here we go. Knife. I'm Peeper. I'm Silver Spoon. I'm Goo. I am Meatpad, and so forth. Or Purple Face and BFT. I am Purple Face. Or I saw Whoop-Doos in the chat, so we'll throw in there. I am a 3D rendering of a goblin. Hee 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 ho ho ho. Is that how he laughs? I don't know. I am one of my favorites is Rusty Coin in BFDI. We got Slice. Slice is a newer one from Planet Hoppers. Oh my. Wait, that's not the. I mean, some characters when they're newer, I'm like, what's my warm up line to get into the character? How dazzling! That's my Slice one. How dazzling! There we go. So if you want a voice request, the Cameo link is right there. And I'm so eager to do those because when it's a Cameo, I could just make a thing for you for an extended period of time. And I got to do a birthday message today. I got to, so if you want to send me something for like a friend's birthday or a family thing, or just ask me a question about II stuff, and I'll just ramble about it for a while, but for you. Or I've done like 3 different like, hey, you should check out this person's channel. And it's like a little advertisement for you. I don't know. I know I'm marketing myself right now, and I know that's probably like a little bit boring, but I'm just getting out of the way now up top. So if you're interested in any of that, if you were gonna do a super chat, that's the place to go to instead in the top of the description. Thank you, Brandon, for already doing one. So you will be the first one. When I do those after the stream or early tomorrow. So happy to do that. And hi Delonga. That's the thing. I'm just gonna look at the chat every once in a while, and whoever's there is gonna be there. For instance, I didn't see Whoop-Doo join the chat, but I saw someone say hi, Whoop-Doo. Same for Jazzy, same for Brian. I haven't seen these people actually writing little things, but every now and then I'll glance at the chat. Let's get rolling because I think we have we have a limited number of time before my voice just entirely gives out. But I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic for hanging out with y'all. So let me literally look at little things. Ketchup writes, oh, I forgot I could do the shoot. I could click on things in the chat and then it like lights up. It goes shoom. But I don't have the one from the person I was gonna do this for. I'm gonna be so professional after this point, like from now on. But shoot, I lost on my phone the question I was gonna. There it is from Ketchup. Justin, are you enjoying your Rusty coin? Most of the Rusty Spoon. Are you enjoying your Rusty coin plush I made, or has it rusted away? I adore it. It makes me so heckin' happy. I think after I think sometime later this week I'll maybe on TikTok because I want to get my TikTok back up and running again. I'll make like a little video of all the like the little things and knickknacks that I received while on the tour because all you gave so many little things, but especially bracelets. So many bracelets. I try to wear as many of them on the daily as possible. So thank you all for all that. I love the tour. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I would be able to handle going on a 6-week tour to show off our newest episode at the time. It was Truth or Flare, over and over and over again. And we had 22 shows. I don't know how we heckin' did it, but 22 shows in which we played the episode, went on stage, did a Q&A with everyone, cleared everything, and then had like a meet and greet with the people who had like VIP tickets, and that was another extra 2 hours per day. So like it was crazy, and I hope anyone who's gone to it had an awesome time. I'm hearing good things. I hope you had a great time. And yeah, Cupidity writes, rewatching it 22 shows. Wow. I did. I think I watched the episode out of those 22 shows for like 20 of them. I rewatched the episode a lot of times over the course of that tour. That was a ton of fun. OMG. I think one time I needed to run out and do something, and one time I don't count it because I fell asleep for more than half of it in the middle of that. I think that was in Seattle, where I just kind of zonked out, and that happens sometimes. Tem writes, Justin Chapman, I am a big fan of your voice, Evil PS Vita. And you know what? You're right. I did not mention Evil PS Vita at the start, so this doesn't count Wag's finger as a voice request, but for the since I did so many other characters already, one line for each of them. Hello, I am Evil PS Vita, and I have the best voice, but I am not evil, I swear. I think I was talking to Brian about this the other day. Evil PS Vita, I locked away this memory of what it was like to voice Evil PS Vita. Evil PS Vita was wild because I did have a lot of fun performing as the character, but something about how the voice is done, there's just so much air, and I have asthma, so it's a tricky combo. But anytime I'd finish recording for Evil PS Vita, and for those who don't know, this is an Object Show 87 character, funniest little show on earth. Whenever I'd be done voicing as the character, I would be like, not like I feel out of breath for like the entire rest of the day. It was wild. Like, just like oxygen wasn't reaching the brain levels of like, I'm zonked. I gotta lie down, yo. So that's a lesson learned in anyone who wants to go into voice acting, pay attention to your body when you record, especially if it's a voice that is in the vein of like Evil PS Vita or Knife, Purple Face, characters that have a lot of gravel to them, characters who need a lot of air to make the sound happen. Or if you're just doing a very, 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 very long session, pay attention to your body, to your soul, to everything. Make sure that you are staying so cool and epic and healthy and such. Paintbrush writes, Brian, do you remember me? I noticed that you're talking about someone other than me in my stream. Anyway, next question comes from I clicked on the wrong one. I'm gonna do this one instead. Who cares? Polite Matt writes, hi Justin, will you be going to the Texas Object Hangout? Yeah, I don't quite remember if we've received much word about if/when there's gonna be a next one, but assuming that there is one, I think I'll be able to do it this year. This isn't a promise, but I would very much enjoy doing that. I don't currently have a non-II full-time job. I actually just wrapped a show that I was working on this last Friday. So times are a-changing for me. So point being that I might have the availability to do that for the first time ever. I've never been to one of these. And that's exciting too, because with the BFDI events, I have to help a lot with with setup and stuff. So it would be fun getting to go to an OSC related meetup event in which I could just, as the name implies, hang out and objects and I could just text this all day, baby. Heck yeah. Right after that, Cupidity wrote. I think I did one of yours already. Sorry to those who I've not gotten to yet. But in fairness, Cupidity is a really cool name and has a balloon icon. Anyway, any advice to make your voice lower / rougher when you voice act? Actually, I misinterpreted this when I first read it. I guess your question is how to do it. My interpretation was advice on people who perform with that kind of voice. So I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go first with what I think the intention of the question is, and that's how to do it. And that one's interesting because I think a lot of that is just, I know people hate this answer because I feel like the fun answer is, oh well, you just do this and you're set to go. You could do it in an afternoon and you're set for life. But the reality is, I've been doing voice acting since I was I want to say 11 years old. Not to say I was good back then, because I wasn't. But I wasn't good until I'm 27 now. I probably got good around 25-ish, I want to say. um and it really is just a matter of doing it every single heckin' day for or at least as often as possible. What I really like doing, this, I think this is a fairly common one, is it's easier to do this when you're alone for the mental component of it. But you know, watch a TV show or a YouTube video where it's an preferably like an animated show where characters are being voice acted, and especially if you want to find some characters with range, a show, the kind of show like where there's a big range of voices, as opposed to everyone just sounding normal. And like, listen to a line, pause the screen, and just try to do your version of that voice. Obviously, you're not going to sound identical to that person, but if you're, my brain keeps going to Teen Titans. I've never done this with Teen Titans. I'm thinking the older original one. But yeah. Raven says something dark and brooding on screen, as Metreon Synthos. I mean, you pause the screen, you do the voice, and do that for a lot of characters. Do that for when a character says something that comes across to you as cool, and you want to like note down the performance element of it, the acting. You're like, oh my, wait, that line read really stuck out to me. You pause the screen, and then you do that, and then you try to replicate it. And it's kind of like the same advice that a lot of people give to artists, right? Where you have someone who's just starting out with art, you replicate so many different people's art styles until you get really good at all that, and it kind of forms into your own art style. But what matters is doing it over and over and over again. Similar thing with voice acting, because your voice is a muscle. The vocal cords are muscle-like. They will improve, especially if you're working on range, and anything of the sort, as you put a lot of time into that. And I mean, there's another fun thing that I like to do of like, and this may be a bonus for the OSC, but this is not meant to be an OSC shout out. But every object, oh, we like that word here. Every object around your house, give it a voice, right? Like the piano sounds like this, or the hammer sounds like this, and like it's and try to memorize what those voices sound like, and then just you're walking around the house and you can point to the thing and then you activate a voice, right? It's good for like just kind of setting up like a variety of sound. And obviously voice acting is more than just being able to do a silly voice. It's so much more than that. It's mostly the acting, right? But being able to distinguish a voice by making it sound unique or special is obviously a big fun plus. And just in terms of improving your range, you are just if you're replicating voices, you just get at it a little bit more every day and push your voice just a little bit more every day. Never, 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 never to the point where it hurts. Please. That's to the second part of this. I know I started this a while ago, but if anyone like asks a question that I don't get to, just just say it again. I'll I don't mind how many times you say the same thing over and over again. Because I'm only looking at the chat every once in a while anyway. I haven't looked since I started on this question, baby, but I will look eventually in someone's question. It would be spotted. Point being, I'm going to keep this part short and say, I drench my throat in honey, whether it's in a tea or otherwise, before voice acting, during voice acting, after voice acting. What's the SpongeBob line? We tried selling it, bearing it, and burning it. But eventually, we just decided to give it all away. I'm getting back in line. What should I call it? Most of that was wrong, but it's the vibe that counts. Point being that take it slow. If you're doing a voice that is like really rough on you, you gotta take it in multiple sessions, especially if you're just starting out. I was not doing that at the age of 14, starting up on II season 1. And back then, let's remind ourselves what Knife sounded like. He talked like this, really accentuating all the things that make the voice difficult to do for some reason. And part of that was I thought it sounded cool, and part of that was, well, if it lasts longer, he's gonna be on. He's gonna be on screen longer. It's a win-win. I look cool and got to get to be around more, which is a very 14-year-old's mindset to have about it. Apologies if that sounds belittling to the 14-year-olds in the chat. I don't mean to belittle you that much. And if I do, it comes from a place of me wanting to belittle my own 14-year-old self. Let's take a look at the chat again. I'm sure I missed 2,000 little things there. But let's see here. We got Paintbrush saying, "Hi, Justin. I went to the LA BFDI tour at 4 p.m. I was the one who asked if Silver had a crush on Calendar. Do you remember me? Can you say, hi, Violet? Oh, hello." And Silver's like, dang it, I said no voice request, but you snuck it out of me. Voice requests go to the Cameo link in the description. Baby, I will do it, and it'll be a personalized thing for you. Brian texted me a thing. I'm gonna go. Don't care, lel. Anyway. But yes, I do. Sorry, I didn't even answer the question. I do remember you. That was awesome. That got quite the commotion both in the theater and online. So that was a good time. Thank you for that. Well, we got down below. Okay. Ruck says, "I'm going to die." Well, don't do that. Next question. Also this is a very important one from Isabella 5150. Or is it Isabella? I guess with the two S's it would be Isabel. Oh, is that an I? Is that an I or an L? Or is it a smudge on my computer? Nope, that's an L. Hello, Justin is goo, the silliest of them all. Well, he sure is, doopy 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 doopa Agent G. It's a little Phineas and Ferb reboot reference for all you who have watched the Phineas and Ferb reboots. That hasn't come out yet, right? Don't tell Brian. I wasn't sure that. I'm pretty Brian was should I call Brian out? Like, I assume he wouldn't care if I say what he's texting me. He was criticizing my my choice of telling the chat to say the same things over and over again. He's like, "Oh, enjoy the spam," and I'm like, "I'm not looking at the chat, baby. I don't care. I just look at the chat every once in a while. And I look at the newest thing. It works for me, baby." But I think we should all be very nice to Brian, and then next time he streams, what if we all give him a $10 super chat, but like, you know, we say like in the message, right? You know, as though he's like in on some joke, right? Like we just kind of tell him that that's the reason that we're sending him a super chat. Brian, oh shoot, I missed your message. Sorry, Brian. The chat's spamming too much for me to click on your message. Brian Koch writes, "Hey, can you answer my question?" Um, yeah, I can't. Oh, I get it. That he keeps writing that. Oh, that's funny. Everyone, remember to give Ryan Koch next time he streams a $15 super chat, writing, you know, that'll get him real good. I see now. What you call it? Some of your little questions are making me laugh, but some of them are about topics that I probably shouldn't quite touch on. But I think y'all are fun. You're funny. All right, what's going on in the newer parts of the chat? Okay, well, Lowell Mix writes, "I vote light bulb to die." All right, that is one vote. Light bulb. That is one vote. Light bulb. Hydra 5 writes, "Paper II wins season 2. This is true because and you're really close. He actually won season 1. I don't know if you're paying full attention, but he was kind of like the main character. So, in a sense. Oh, one vote Brian. That's one vote Brian for the Death Chamber. Can we all say that in unison? Everyone, get ready. Death Chamber. Okay, and next time I say it, we all know to say it in unison because I felt like I was saying it alone that time. Okay, next one is okay. Now we're saying it in unison. Thank you, everyone. Death Chamber. It's like the BFDI season 1 finale that people don't appreciate enough. You know, that was a really good finale, and y'all are a little mean to it. Can we get a few snaps in the crowd for BFDI season 1 finale? Good episode, wonderfully dark, and I think there's a timeline in which people like are making video essays about how fascinating, like comparing season 1 episode 1 to the season 1 finale is. It's pretty epic. Spirit Mander writes, "I vote Goo to die. I am not sorry this time." Well, that's a little mean. He's just a little dude. Sorry, Goo, yo, Goo, pay attention. What do you think about that comment? Me, wait, what? Yes, you. I don't know why I'm playing myself as such an angry person. Goo, what do you think about that comment saying, "I vote Goo to die. I am not sorry this time"? I'm taking you down with me. That was good. That was a funny bit that I hurt myself doing. Yes, that was good. Good job, team. Can we get a little? Can we get some yays in the crowd? Move to says, "This is just Inanimate Answers now." I miss Inanimate Answers. Why did y'all cancel it? I say as the person in charge of it. What did you all do? I think if we watch the Apple episode more, there would be more. That's not true at all. I do. First of all, if you haven't seen Inanimate Answers, I think the first one with Knife and the fourth one with Apple are the shining examples of the show for different reasons. I think that was a very fun period of time because A, I didn't have a job, and B, Invitational was going on. Or sorry, no, I meant to say Invitational hadn't started yet. So I had all this free time, and I put it just for weeks at a time just into Inanimate Answers. I made whole episodes by myself. I got a little help with like drawing some of the faces onto the guest character, but that was a ton of fun. I'd love to bring that back. if we have any Inanimate Answers fans who want it back, let me know, and I'll print out a sheet of paper with all your comments saying that you want it back, and I'll slide it onto Adam Katz's desk and go, ah, are you gonna green light it? And Adam Katz will go, dude, you're in charge of Inanimate Answers. You could just make it. And I'll go, yeah. So great idea. Gummy says, bring it back. All right. I mean, I think that's a good one. Braghat writes, I don't know, Justin, are you good enough at drawing intentionally sketchy doodle faces? Are you? You see, the issue with that part is I did it for the first 2 episodes. It was just so because I was stubborn, I was like, every single shot needs its own doodle face. I can't repeat doodle faces, fellas. That'd be unprofessional of me. But that was incredibly time consuming. I think that the longest part of the entire process between writing and filming / voicing and drawing and editing and graphics, blah blah blah. I didn't really work on graphics, I guess, but was the sketching the doodle faces on the character, because firstly, it's just not something that comes naturally to me, but that's how it went. So maybe I'll hire someone in the chat by the end of the stream to be a doodle face artist. Thank you for doodling and face and artist. Can you tell that I'm looking for another comment to click on? Snaily writes, I put 1 vote on kill Steve Cobbs, please. All right, 2, and we could all say this in unison. The Death Chamber. I think this might be a hot take. I think Steve Cobbs is a bit of a bozo. That's the meanest word I could say for a rated G live stream. But you can just imagine it's a little worse, right? Thank you. The Death Chamber. I tried to click on a Death Chamber comment. The Death Chamber. Thank you. Pay. Kitty face. That's a good name. Any name with a kitty face, or in this case, Jackie wrote with a heart. I think we should normalize these being legal names, because I think just a little flavor goes a really long way to making a name extra super good. My name does not have any of that. My name right now is what's my name? See, Siri, make my name Justin. Smiley face. I guess I did in this theoretical try to add a smiley face to my name, but Siri messed it up. She's the whole sentence, so that's a little messed up. I noticed that a lot of questions now are about murdering people in the death chamber, and that was a good bit for a minute. But I'm back to let's ask Justin questions about working on the show or something like that, or something I could ramble about. You should want to be the person who gets me to ramble about a topic, about writing or voicing or an opinion on media or something like that for like an hour, so that your name is on screen for the longest amount of time. That should be the competition here. Who could get their name to be on screen for the longest? I think that is epic. I'm still seeing a few voice requests. So reminder, if you want to be like the nicest little person and get some time from me devoted to you specifically, the main link in the description is for Cameo, where I will do a little voice request for you. I'll say anything in one of the character voices, or ramble about something as me for a while, but instead of just one person getting put on screen, I will answer the question that's on screen, and we'll acknowledge it right after this. If you want to be the one person who gets acknowledged per every 5 minutes, or don't want to have to wait for that to happen, then you go to Cameo, and you guarantee that I will give you so much attention. I know that's what you want. That's what you want so badly. You want so much attention. You're like my dog Mia. You just need so. I'm sorry, this is stupid. Sometimes you just run into a bit and you don't know how to run out of a bit. sometimes things are just stupid. Okay. The toaster writes, can you put a Gravity Falls reference next episode, please? You almost answered it before, but you clicked away. Broken hearts. Gravity Falls is. I'm not working on Gravity Falls. The II finale is written already, so that one is a little tricky. It's written and well into production, so it's a little tricky to add something new. But I'll ask Brian if there's something that can be snuck into the background. Algebraianism, which is a great name, writes, how is Mia nowadays? My little baby Mia, my little puppy, who's a little over 3 years old now, featured in the credits of Inanimate Answers Invitational, episode 11, Pesty Besties. She is adorable. She also voiced Sprinkles, who was a character in Pesty Besties in the finale. She went on 2 walks today, so she's kind of living it up. She gets so much attention, just so much attention. She is still cute, so we're good to go. Sometimes, just like when you don't know how to walk out of a bit, you don't know how to walk out of a question that you didn't have the most exciting answer. I should have left it at 2 walks and then just moved along forward. Paintbrush asks, Justin, be honest with me, is II-17 releasing October 5th? Maybe, or maybe not. All right, that's a good answer. That's a really good answer. 2 walks. It's like 2 trucks, but for puppies. Yeah, baby. All right, let me scroll down to the bottom because I'm way behind. Okay, so Moonlit Moths writes, Justin Chapman. Huh, we're using full names today, golly. No one knows my middle name though. Or my other name. Since they're besties now, how are Paintbrush and Silver Spoon doing? Well, before Paintbrush left the library to come to Hotel OJ, because so now they're not quite hanging out, it seems. Before that, I think they were doing pretty well, actually. I think after the finale, Silver Spoon was in a place where like he needed to mellow out a little bit after what happened, a lot to reflect on. And Paintbrush was there to non-verbally say, I told you so, right? Like, because Paintbrush was really trying to push this narrative of like, Silver, like, I don't think you get it now because this is your first time playing, but I'm experienced and I know that like come the end of the game, like this is kind of like a fam here. You want to treat them pretty well. Like this, there's more to life than the win at the end. So maybe think about the team. Maybe think about us. And Silver was like, la la la, I cannot hear you. La 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 la. But I think they're pretty chill. I think Paintbrush is still probably pretty burned by what Silver did in the competition. But like he's like a pathetic little kitten, and Paintbrush can see that. And Paintbrush has been to low places before, so like they get it. So I think things are pretty chill between them. Silver is definitely pretty high on whom Paintbrush is at this point, whereas Paintbrush is probably still working on adjusting to Silver life, which is probably why when given the invite to come back to Hotel OJ, they were maybe a little speedier. They're like, yeah, this needs a break. Let's let's venture on out, right? Okay, what do we got here? Next question. Milana Milena, Milana. I want to get it right, but I guess there's no. There's a part of my brain that's going. If I say it enough times in different ways, like a little bleep will happen that like indicates that I got the pronunciation right. But I don't think that's actually going to happen. Justin, I have a question about Steve Cobb's parents. Who are they, and why don't and why they don't talk anymore? Of course, I can't just throw out new information about our pivotal character, Stephen Cobbs. But I clicked on this one because it's a question that I think about a lot. And I'm glad that the two of us, unlike everyone else in the chat, I think there's like 300 people here. So specifically the two of us, Milana. I'm gonna go with Milana. We're kind of twinning right now. We're on the same page. I think now that we know that that Me Phone's contestants have been created in some sense, and don't have parents in a conventional sense, but Steve Cobbs has made mention of it. I love the broader world implications, and I've thought about it a lot. And at this time, I can't say anything about it, but it's a cool topic. So I wanted all 300 people here to ponder on it for a second. But you're not getting an answer. Sorry. I feel like I'm being just so evil and rude today, and that's not appropriate. We're like Paintbrush would tell us, we're a family here. That's what it's all about. Well, that was an interesting question that I accidentally ran past. Tim writes, Justin, do you happen to have the voting results throughout the entirety of Invitational somewhere on file? It would be, I think it would be fun data to have out in the public now that the season is over. I think you are correct. I think I know what website it is. I would need to run it by the rest of the team first, but I'm writing that down now. And I agree that it would be cool to have it at least somewhere, voting results public. Obviously, most episodes you got to see some of the voting results, but I guess when we had teams that you didn't get to see that every time. You ever talk for a really long time nonstop and you feel like a little lightheaded as though you were just voicing evil PS Vita? Okay, just a little headache. I'm also allergy sick, so maybe a bunch of things are adding up right now. But I'm pushing through because I also love the vibe of streaming. I think it's a cool vibe. I think that's what it's all about, baby. I haven't streamed since the first leg of the tour, I guess, in New York. And that was on camera too. That was scary. I don't know what got into me that day. I would never do that on purpose. Oh, thank you for people who are being nice in the chat and saying nice words. I appreciate you. I saw like 3 different questions that I really liked that are also a little spoilery, so I'm like, I'll skip on that. But I think y'all are so cool. I'm gonna mute my knife. I'm gonna mute my mic to sneeze real quick. I missed a question that was talking in all caps and mentioned cannibalism, and it made me laugh for the 5 5 words that I read of it. So whoever that was, you rock. Okay, there it is. Vex and Fangs. Why did I choose this one? All I read was cannibalism. Anyway, Justin, where is the line about cannibalism? Could Cheesy eat a piece of cheese? Could he watch someone eat a piece? Can he watch someone eat a piece of cheese? Would that be weird? Yeah, it'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Did Paper drink the OJ? It was gone after he died. Did Paper drink the OJ? It was gone after he died. Okay, so Where is the line about cannibalism? That's episode 7. Yes, that's episode 7 of season 1. I almost said 6, but that's the season 2 Halloween episodes. Episode 7 of season 1 is the Halloween episode. And 2 episode 6. Anyway, point being, that was like early in that episode. If you're curious about my dictionary brain about inanimate insanity, which I still unfortunately have. If we had like a lot more episodes, I don't know if I'd be able to keep up. But for the time being, I feel like I know everything about every episode pretty thoroughly at this point. Rewatches used to surprise me, and I'm like, oh, I forgot we wrote that in the episode. It's like at this point, I'm like, no, I just I unfortunately know all the terrors that we have put onto the world at this point. Wait, I gotta reread that one part out loud. Could Cheesy eat a piece of cheese? Could he watch someone eat a piece of cheese? It's a little weird. Yeah, I mean, it is a little weird. Like, I don't know what the thesis of this question is. Like, I guess it's just a question of, would that be weird? I'm like, yeah, it's a little weird, but like, also they're all glitchy me life creation, so like the rules are a little flexible. I feel like Cobbs would maybe be more offended in his scenario because it's so real with him, whereas with everyone else it's just like, yeah, we live in this world of silliness, huh? We really just be out here living to compete, but that's normal. Everyone does it, right? All of our friends are competitors, right? This is normal. This is good and normal. Next question. Next question. Um, Panther Sox writes, Justin, color, cool emojis and colors. Look at me. Give me attention. Color. Look. I know it's a joke, but it worked. I mean, I was like, yo, look at that. That's wild. That's so good. I love colors. Anyone else? Let me know in the chat if you love colors, but also you can throw out real questions because I'm going to switch to something else real in a in a moment. Sunny writes, how to write a character like Silver. I have one in my object show work in progress, but I'm having trouble writing him. His name is Ribbon Wand, and I love him. What a nice name, Ribbon Wand. Now that's an interesting thing because, and I'm sure you could elaborate, but I'm never gonna find it in the sea of messages. When you say write a character like Silver, right? That can mean, how do I write a character who is villainous, a character who is strategic, a character who is fanciful, you know? It can mean quite a few things. A character who has a dynamic similar to one of himself in Candle, for instance, or to that of the Thinkers. Being that the character's name is Ribbon Wand, I'm going to guess the fanciful one, right? How do you write a character like that? I mean, I think writing any character, right, is about finding something within yourself that you want to let out, and it kind of becomes the character, or if you know someone in your day-to-day life that you could pull from. But with Silver, I'm like, wow. Silver, in terms of just presentation, is, in a sense, everything I want to be. The good parts, there were good parts, there were fun parts of Silver before everyone's like, what? When I write for Silver, I feel giddy. I'm like, everything is good and fun in the world, except I'm gonna complain about every little thing, but we're gonna be playful with our words. We're gonna let things really emotionally resonate. But literally everything, like in my day-to-day life, nothing really bothers me. Like, even if in the stream today I start yelling at someone over nonsense, I'm not feeling that. I'm playing it. I'm having fun here. things. It's really hard for things to get under my skin, but things really get under Silver's skin because the world is his palette, right? He wants everything to be aesthetically perfect, and he will appreciate the things that are aesthetically perfect to to a high degree, and really belittle what is not connecting with him deeply. And he is quick to be like, this thing doesn't resonate with me, therefore it is bad, right? Therefore it is not good. He doesn't really give things a chance, right? But in terms of just the writing, I'm like, I love writing needlessly elegantly, and luckily there's just an outlet for that with Silver. Silver is also really fun to write for because I think while writing Invitational, in the form of like Silver and Cabby and Nickel, and it also depends when in the season, but at some point or another they all filled a role of like, they're kind of the villainy character, or at least antagonistic towards others, or at least perceived that way in Cabby's case. But Silver is like the character who is like at least as a contestant, right? Who we are able to go, okay, this guy's allowed to suck, right? He's allowed to just say the worst things at all times. And that was a lot of fun to be able to do, because with other characters we had, we would have some hesitancies here and there, but with Silver it's like, golly, this person will speak his mind, let it be heard, and have a fun time doing it. And that's the fun of writing Silver, is have fun with it. I think, when writing a show, it's good to have characters who you aren't as attached to, but you're going to keep around. Let me be clear, I'm attached to Silver, but I'm not attached to him in the sense of I want everyone to like him. You don't need to like Silver for him to accomplish what I want to and what the rest of the team wants to accomplish with him. He could say something really, really mean and stir up the drama, and the show will be better for it. But that doesn't mean that you gotta like him, which is great. Because I think when you're early on in the writing process, not everyone, but I'll occasionally see everyone wants every single one of their characters to be beloved, and you don't want to like shake anything up. But like you do need some of those characters, and that's something I learned while writing Invitation. I was like, we kind of need more characters like Silver. So lesson learned, if we ever write something like this one day, after II. But next question. Everyone, can we sing the next question song? Next question song. The next question song. That was really good, guys. Like I didn't know you had it in you. That was pretty well. I'm gonna mute my mic again to sneeze, but you're rocking it. Yeah. I forgot to unmute my mic, baby. We are so back. We are so back. So good question here. We got from I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I want to pronounce it well so badly. Chiozo? Ciozo? I'm gonna go with Chiozo. Like Chiaozio. Chiozio. Vote in the comments. Do you want me to try to pronounce this name for the whole rest of the stream, or should I move forward? It's a cool looking name. I really like it. Anyway, goodness gracious, it's so fast. Which I mean, well, I know some people are hoping for slow mo, but I'm like, I'm kind of here for this. I kind of like the I there's never going to be a point in which we run out of little things here, and that excites me. Anyway, who and do you think could fit in with BFTI/Teapot and vice versa? By the way, you asked for the Spam Man 07 favorite color. Yes, bingo bongo, very good. Okay, so We're gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up on my. I'm gonna sneeze again. Didn't reach the mute button in time. Apologies, gamers. I'm just a little under the weather, but we, for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to do this, so we're gonna keep on going. And I'm Insanity characters, and we're gonna look up BFTI characters so that I could just visually quickly reference everyone. I would love thoughts in the chat because I love this question. I've thought about this question before. I don't remember what I've said in the past, but it's a good question. Because thank you to the people in the chat saying bless you. I will try to mute in the future, but I was not on the right tab. So I think that it would be so cool to see what season 1 Bo would be like. It'd be BFDI. I think that would be a lot of fun. I know we haven't gotten to do a lot with Teddy Bear, but I want to see what Teddy Bear would be like in the BFDI world. I mean, Lightbulb's kind of like an easy one, right? But like where she is right now, and yeah, a little less sure on that. Blueberry, I think, would be a fun BFDI character. You want a character who like has a very defined trait about them that you could run wild with in theory. And that's kind of how we write II characters to start as well. But you always want to have that like defining trait to begin with, and then you explore from there. Yin Yang would be a lot of fun in BFDI. I think that would be a really good time. I'll give a few for BFDI now. If I were to slurp up some BFDI characters into II, I would so quickly run to grab. I want to steal Winner. I want to steal Lollipop. I really like Gelatin. I'm curious what how Gelatin could work in the II verse. Quite a few. Throw Pie in there. I want to see. I want to do something with Pie. Let's see what happens with Pie. I would like Ruby for the chaos factor. I love Teardrop. I think that could be really cool. I understand that on this side, I'm just thinking about like who do I want to steal as opposed to who would make sense flipping worlds. But yeah, that's a fun thoughts to begin with. I agree with Fonty Go Lucky. OMG, I would love to Lollipop and Silver interact. I agree, 100%. I would write the same thing. Your average noob writes Pie with a lot of question marks. I'm like, yeah. Listen, pies have layers. I wanna dig deep into those layers. I also just think that Pie is a character that I want to see more of in general. So maybe it's coming from that place as well. Maybe because I said Lollipop also. Maybe I just like the voice actor. Maybe Sam Lee is a cool guy. I met him for 5 minutes in Seattle. I think it was Seattle. Maybe it's LA. Who's really to say? But it was awesome. It was brief. You ever meet like tons of people on a tour and then it all kind of just blurs together? Kind of wild if you think about it. But whatchamacallit, Juniper writes, Justin, is it bad that I'm thinking about Inanimate Answers makes me shake like in excitement and I just raw? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I do I do the same. I get it. I super get it. Like that's all I do. What's that say? Good. La 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 la. Okay. This next question is gonna be from consumes your socks. I was so close the first time. Consumes your socks. Nailed it. Good name. Justin, I love the II2 recap song so much. Will we get it on streaming? If enough people in the chat say they want it on streaming, I will strongly consider it. I mean, we liked putting the season 3 one on streaming, so I think it just makes sense that we do that. I am super down. Are y'all super down? I am super down. I love that song. I mean, I mentioned that, we did 22 shows over the 6-week tour, and each of them had the II2 song in front of it. So at least 20 times over the tour, I listened to that song, and 1,000 times outside of watching the tour. Same goes for the episode. Yeah, I watched that episode like 1,000 times, even before we went on tour. That song is wild. Inanimate Insanity 2. I don't know if that sounds good or not. I would use the excuse of I'm a little sick, but the reality is singing is just a tough thing sometimes, I guess. But I assume Cake Brunch is in the chat because Apollo Lover writes Cake Brunch. So welcome. Next question. I'm just ping-ponging around questions. Someone writes, can Nicolay eat cobs? Lots of rainbow emojis. Thank you, Gooberry. Is it meant to be gooberry pronunciation? Because I guess it's spelled like Gooberry, which is also a really cool name. I will name my child that if I have one. Gooberry. Right, the question. Can Nicolay eat cobs? I guess that's another vote for death, but it's not via I almost said echo chamber. Death chamber. So I guess there's the option of we throw cobs to Nicolay and throw another character to the death chamber. Are we all for that? Do we want to vote another character other than cobs for the death chamber? Because I'll make that happen. I'll kill every character 1,000 times if it keeps my company alive. Shoot, what's the Monsters Inc. live? Before I let this company die. I'll let 1,000 II contestants die before I'll kidnap 1,000 II characters before I let this company die. There it goes, I guess. We have a I saw a smudgy review says kill paper. We have a no, keep cobs in the death chamber. Okay, Springy. Okay, it's hard for me to say no to Springy. I do really like Springy. Let's see. If armless guys die and become ghosts, would they like lose their legs and get a tail and look like stupid tadpoles? Yeah. I mean, yeah. If they were to become ghosts, yeah. The answer is I will answer in the form of if an armless character became a ghost. Yes, they would look like a stupid tadpole. Yes. Next question. I had to spend way too long thinking about that. Kyra, stop. You're starting to sound like Brian. And pretty ironic. I was about to say, I would never want to sound like Brian, but then I'm like, pretty ironic that a person with a fan icon doesn't want someone to sound like Brian. Because let me tell you, fan does sound a little bit like Brian. I'm fan. I don't know what the hoo-hoo sound came from. That's not a fan sound at all. Theory. That's what he sounds like. Next question. Mango Montage writes, Silver, Candle, Canon, when? I don't know. It's hard to make characters canon on screen when they're not even, like, on screen. You know what I mean? I feel like I got this question about Paper and OJ a lot over the course of season 2, and I'm like, and they're like, how lame is it that they can't even make that canon? And I'm like, they're not even relevant characters right now. It would be weird for us to just make them come into the show without any relevance just to make them canon and then scoot them off. In the same way that I don't know. Freaking, y'all. um, Sticky Joe writes, Goo Plush when I need it in my life. Oh, Goo Plush when I need it in my life. I definitely said that wrong the first time. I don't know when, but if y'all shout for a certain plush enough times, it could happen. I think we should just have like an official like favorite character poll again now that it's been how long has it been? 3.5 years since the last time we had a favorite character poll, and there's also a bunch of new characters. So maybe in the next few months we do another favorite character poll. What do y'all think? I don't know. And maybe we'll use that to influence my plush decision. Sorry, I have a bit of hiccups, a little. This we got Timmy. Not that I don't like this question too. I didn't mean to click on it. Cassie writes, sorry if this asked a lot, but who's your favorite II character? I mean, I just kind of answer a different character each time because there's a lot of them that I love a lot. So in this exact moment, I'm gonna go with me pad, who's just a little guy, you know. Let's see here. Similarly, Silver Spoon Plush Swen says Silver Spoon's non-binary husband. Good name. Yell it a lot. Not necessarily here, but maybe like more in like the II episode comments, you know. Loud and clear, you know, that'll be fun. I think the more something's requested, the more likely it's going to happen. And it's hard for me to tell here if like people are cheering for Silver Spoon and Goo plushes because they want those in particular, and that's what the majority wants or something, or if it's happening because it's my stream and I voice those characters. So we see those comments on the episodes in general, in those comments, like it's a little clearer that you know, there's no bias towards a specific voice actor or something, right? Great question from it got away. No! Come back, question, come back. This wasn't happening before. Usually when I scroll up, the questions stop rolling, but now they get. Anyway, Meowforel writes, what is it like singing as Meepad? Question mark, party, little things. Great epic question, because you're so great and epic. Singing, I it is wild because I got to sing in season 2, episode 15, Truth or Flare, as Meepad, alongside with Reagan Rizzio, voice actress of Taco, right? And she has like a theater background and is this incredible singer. And guess how much backgrounds I have? None. So, except unless you count singing in the car and shower and such. So, you know, it was tough because I knew I wanted to get it right. I always wanted to be able to sing in an II song, other than Island of Misfit Objects. No offense to Island of Misfit Objects, eh? I know it's a favorite. I know everyone's always singing. Everyone was requesting it to go to streaming. That's the one episode we have a copyright claim on. It's because of that stupid song, and we had the choice of like, do you want to monetize this episode or do you want to keep the song? And we're like, we're keeping the song, we're in it for the art, baby. So there's one episode of the show that we just can't monetize at all because of Island of Misfit Objects. Pretty awesome. Point being that you know, so I went to Ben, who is the voice of Balloon and 3GS, and is the writer of the song, and all in charge of things there. So whatchamacallit? So we actually had a session together where firstly, he sang the song, and I practiced, just kind of trying to replicate how he sang it over and over and over and over and over again by myself. Then we got into like a separate like little session where he would bring me like bit by bit through the song and try to help me out as much as possible. And I was very grateful for that. I am happy with how it came out because I felt like it was a little rough at first. I think we got there at the end. I feel pretty good about it. The tricky thing about singing as Meepad though is, with singing, naturally you got to do a lot of projecting, right? That's a lot of singing. But Meepad has such a calm, non-projecty voice. To sound like Meepad, you have to talk. You have to talk like this, and that his voice does end up sounding so soft compared to Taco's. Because in theory, I could have fudged it a little bit. Because instead of Taco, that is not true, I could have gone for more of a Taco, that is not true. But it doesn't really sound so much like Meepad anymore. And by the way, that was rough, I know. So it's a little tricky, right? Whatchamacallit. So Ben brought me through bit by bit and kind of like sewn then together all the best lines. And now I was afraid that I would be in a song and cringe at it whenever I had to listen to it. But actually I do quite like how the final version sounds. I don't know if off the cuff if I could sing it as well as Meepad sounds in that episode, but I think I could get it close. Please think this through. Feeling double-crossed is part of dealing with a loss, yes, but the healing is a process, that's the truth. I know which notes I got wrong there, but my voice is also dying, so I'll give myself a pass there. I think our good friends of the I was gonna say friends of the pod, but technically it's only episode 1 and will be the only episode. I know Jordan, while I was rambling rather, wrote something about doing a cameo. So I am so incredibly grateful. Thank you, Jordan. You are a lovely, wonderful, epic, and cool person. Everyone, check out Jordan's things, including like the little voiceover dub of episode 9 that was really good recently. Pretty epic. And also does a lot of fun streams as well on Jazzy's channel. Yeah. So they're kind of an epic duo, but Jordan as a person is also really epic. They rock. Anyway, Jordy. Did I say Jordan? I'm so sick. Jordy is the intention. Sorry, I'm just a mess right now. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's more entertaining. Maybe I'm so zonked right now. But show them love. Anyway, I've been rambling way too long. What do we got? New stuff. No new. Irate Lizard 20 wants to know how Clover would get along with the contestants from other seasons. I feel like, honestly, to some degree, it's for the best that Clover was in season 3 and not season 2. I feel like, I think Clover would have a pretty tough time on the Grand Slams. I don't see a lot of them really getting her, especially earlier on in the season. Maybe I think she could have been chill with Soap and Mike, but I feel like even they needed to be away from, they needed people to be really real with them. And Clover's not so amazing. She was able to get Nickel some therapy, but that's like when she really locks in. So I'm thinking more on like how she casually is with people, right? Bright Lights though, I think she could have been pretty chill there. That would have changed up the dynamic a lot, I think. Because I think she might even pull some sway away from Lightbulb. I think they would get along, but like with how well Lightbulb leadership went, I think Clover leadership, which is a weird thing to think about, might have gone even better, TBH. So that's an interesting little thing right there. And in season 1, you kind of exist in this realm in which characters, unless they're very directly interacting with each other, don't really think much about each other. Like Marshmallow failed to use gravity, but like, who paid attention to that, right? You would think that's a cool big deal, but like, at that point in time, they were kind of just like thinking about themselves. Um, but I think it's fairly easy for Clover to get along with people. I think it's easier for Clover to get along with people outside of a competition atmosphere. So good for her going forward now that Invitational is done, right? Let us I was about to say let's ask another question, but let us talk about it when your head is not so clouded. Wham, wham, wham. Okay. My opinion on Blueberry, asks Penguin G. Blue. Next question. Oh, someone else wrote, let us talk about it. Thank you, Scribbles. We're really on the same page. The Taco Mike Discord server says hi again, says Sosa. Respond, pretty please, Justin Lusty. Well, from one Justin Lusty to another, I am so incredibly grateful to you and all of Taco Mike kinds. Rock on, gamer. Yay! Oh, Mia's barking her little head off. I don't know why. Saw a good question. I lost it. Now I'm starting to regret the whole spam the chat thing, but yeah, we're in it now. So here we go. Because I saw a good one, and now it's harder for me to just freeze the chats. I don't know what happened. Mia, calm down. I'm streaming. You're embarrassing me. No. Do we know Epic? Do we like when an Epic, Odysseus goes, no, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Because that's a good musical. That's good. It's a good epic time. I'm glad to see Cloverbrush. That's what it's all about. Epic the musical. We are here for it. It's a huge fixation of mine and has been for a while. Let's see here. We got a Pink One writing bot screen time. When? I don't know. they just had like a whole season where they were like a main character for a lot of it. So like, well, I'd like to see Bot again. Bot is one of my favorites. I'm brushing them off right now for comedy, but Bot is one of my favorite characters. So whether I can't confirm whether or not we'll see them in the finale, but if we don't, I think we'll find some way to have some Bot fun out there. Even if we don't continue well, and whatnot. We'll see what happens. We'll see what heckin' happens. Mia, what the heck? What is going on? Okay, now we're all good. But let's see. This is a great one out of context. Punch writes, give me bomb. I want to make a future episode joke so badly. Gosh. Y'all know, yeah. I'll pocket this. But listen, Bomb is back. We watched episode 16. Bomb is not only back, but has his original voice actor again. So I think we should all be like pretty hyped about that. We have Max in the reel, so I think that's fun. Some people are freaking out about how I answered that question. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I say. But listen, I need y'all to just, because a lot of things can mean a lot of things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Among Us Normal, can you let me answer some of these questions? Oh, she's way upstairs. If I end up ever taking intermission, I'll come back with Mia, but no promises there. But great thought, great epic thought. Some person asks, "Hey, Justin, can we have Knife and Suitcase sing before the season ends?" That's an interesting thought. What I'll throw out there is before we start working on the finale, we were at least talking about the concept of who could sing. Do we want to have a song in the finale? How would we go about it? Which character should sing? Blah 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 blah. Um, and we're like, well, okay. So interestingly, we have two finalists, one of whom, Sam voices Suitcase, and it's not an easy voice to do, right? Sam is trying to replicate a voice to some degree that he was doing since he was, I don't know what the exact age was, but say 13 years old or something like that, right? Maybe a little older, but around there. So that's a tough voice to to sing in. And then the other finalist who sounds like this. And it's like, do we want to hear those two characters sing? Do we want to do we want to hear what that sounds like? Because that one might be a little that might be a little rough. So if you ever hear either one of those characters sing, know that it came from a place of pain and suffering. um, I I think it's kind of obvious what the answer is, but I shouldn't give any yeses or nos for the time being. But like, imagine that. Imagine that. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Well, this one's a good one. Marsify writes, "Can you please say hi, Mari? Hi, Justin." All right. I said the thing. I said the thing. That's exciting. That's exciting. Boop writes, "Justin, what happened to Nicolay? Please respond. Please respond. Please respond. Please, 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 please. I don't know how to answer, so I'm going to say that's one vote for Nickel for the Death Chamber. Can we all say that in unison? Death Chamber. All right. I think that's a very fair way for me to respond to that. Great. Next question. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that, but I will answer this first, I guess, and say, pretty please, who owns the Dipper Pines Hound in the hotel? Wait, let me get the question that I meant to click on, and then I'll answer this one. Justin. Sorry about this. Sorry about the pain. Sorry about the pain and suffering and pain. But the chat keeps moving, and the future is so yesterday when everything is run your way. Your influence is everywhere. Too ambitious. I don't care. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna find that other one. Maybe I shouldn't have told the chat to spam. Oh well. Well, I'll answer the question that's on the screen. When's the Dipper Pines hat in the hotel? I will sell my friend Dipper / the toaster and quill to know. Well, you don't need to sell people. That doesn't sound great. I think that it is very possible that the owner of the hat is drum roll. It's just me looking at the season 1 cast and being like, who's the most likely? Because I feel like I knew at a point who I had in mind, but now I'm like, I'm really leaning Apple. I keep trying to think it through, and I keep coming back to Apple. I'm so intrigued by the notion of Apple Gravity Falls fan. I know it's probably not the one a lot of people are expecting, but feel free to debate me in the comments because I understand that there's probably a lot of options out there, but I'm very intrigued by it being Apple. I think Apple could actually have a really fun time with that. She's not exactly the dipper of the of Hotel OJ, so it might not be everyone's first expectation. But like I know like Bot, for instance, would be a big fan, but Bot, wouldn't wouldn't have even been around back then, for instance. But like I really like the Apple notion. I think that's really cool. Yal writes, when is ballpoint pen coming back? I don't know, but I mean, maybe I do, maybe I don't, like whatever. But I just want y'all to just ponder who ballpoint pen is in the light of things. Like, I mean, just everything about ballpoint pen. You ever just finish episode 16 of season 2 and go, what up with the ballpoint pen guy? He's a little silly, isn't he? He's a little wacky. A little silly and wacky and silly and wacky. Okay. I clicked on this one partly because I remember someone was writing a question about knife singing. I don't remember who was, but they had a fan icon. So I know that I meant to click on yours, and maybe I'll try to answer that one next. Justin, would you ever want to sing in a duet with Jazzy as Paintbrush and Silver Spoon? Maybe as Anything You Can Do. I think that would be hilarious. I think it would be too. No promises that Silver would be good, but just know that just know that Silver Spoon will think of himself as the better singer in that scenario, even if Justin doesn't think the same. But of course, Silver Spoon would probably be the easiest of my characters to sing in. I feel like I sing as Silver Spoon kind of naturally anyway. Just fanciful, wonderfully fanciful. Let's see. Bri won't say, hey, hey, Bri, hello, from Silver Spoon. So congratulations. And if you want a cameo and a little voice request like that one, link is in the description, and you could receive that. It's the top link in the description. It would bring me joy. If you want to give a little thank you for me being sick and talking for over almost now an hour and a half straight for your entertainment. So there you go. Let's see. Peyton would like me to confirm that they are Me Phone X number 2 fan, pretty please. I'm just dazzled by the concept that you don't really seem to mind. You don't seem to have the ambition to go for number 1 fan. I'm not sure if it's because you know who the number 1 fan is, or if you just assume that the number 1 fan of Me Phone X is Steve Cobbs. Yeah, no, you're the number 2 fan. I can confirm it. I think it's kind of obvious. In fact, no one else is asking to be. I think it's you. I think it's you. Everyone, round of applause. Round of applause. I don't hear it. Come on. There we go. Round of applause. Good job, everyone. What were we talking about? Oh, someone earlier asked, said that we need to hear Knife sing because I put it in your brains. So now I got to figure out what song y'all are hearing Knife sing, I guess. Let's see. Let me pull up a little thing of that includes songs, and then I'm gonna force you to hear at least 20 seconds. We were talking about Epic earlier. We could throw some Epic in there for a brief time. Can we give it some Epic songs in the chat? Can we name some Epic songs for Knife that I'll sing 10 seconds of? And hurt my voice, and I'm gonna grab water while you name some Epic songs, because I know you're all Epic fans in the chat, as you should be. All right, I'm seeing Scylla, I'm seeing Monster, Thunderbringer. Oh gosh. If it's from Epic Saga, if it's from Thunder Saga, I'm hearing a lot of Thunderbringer. What we're getting a lot of Thunderbringer in the chat. I feel like Thunderbringer is just like a little too saucy for this live stream, isn't it? I love it, but I mean, it's historic, right? So that means I could probably just go for that anyway. We're getting I appreciate the people saying Weezer and Hot to Go. It's not an epic song, but like, oh, now just everyone's saying Weezer. That's crazy. And Hot to Go. I mean, these are good. Okay. Oh, Ruthlessness is a good option. I might have to go with that one because I'm like, I feel like that's gonna be good for the knife voice. I'm sorry I didn't get to click on it in time. I'm just taking it all in right now. But I kind of want to go for a more recent one. So we'll mix it up a little. We'll start with how the heck am I supposed to sing as knife? We're gonna start with Ruthlessness. And we're just gonna see what happens with that, right? Okay. If I go to Apple Music and then just kind of scroll on the lyrics parts, you are the worst kind of good because you're not even great. He goes, a Greek who reeks of false righteousness, that's what I hate. Because you're fine to save lives, but won't kill and won't get the job done. I mean, you totally could have avoided all this and you just killed my son. But no. I'm kind of doing like a talky part right now. We can skip ahead. And now it is finally time to say goodbye. Today you die, unless of course you apologize for my son's pain and all his cries. The line between naivety and hopelessness and hopefulness is almost invisible, so close your hearts. The world is dark and ruthlessness is mercy. Die. And then it goes, ruthlessness is mercy upon us. And then people die a whole bunch and stuff. Is the chat vibing with this? I haven't looked. maybe this is lame. Maybe my throat hurts a little bit. Maybe when I go into a chat saying I'm not going to do any voice requests, I shouldn't sing an intense-ish song in the knife voice. Okay. DeLongo wants tomato. So let me just pull up the lyrics for that. Okay. Okay. Ready? Do I have to do it in the knife voice? I guess I will do it in the knife voice. Okay. Here we go. We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got downed. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map. Go to the mark houses. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You could take me to Moisty Mire, but not Luke Lake. I really love to chug with you. We could be pro Fortnite gamers. Fortnite gamer. That's what you meant. That's what you meant, right? I just assumed Tomato Town. That was the pitch. That was the pitch, right? That was I think that's where we were going for. Single clock with Justin. Golly. Well, all right, we can roll into another question or request or something. Throw words at me. Oh, well, I mean, okay, a little more epic, and then I'll do that. Justin, God Games XI, Knife. Are we just casting? I mean, Knife as Aries. Oh my gosh. Because you're a wooden horse to get the job done. Knife, me phone Zeus. Phone. I obviously I don't voice me phone, but yo, my name is me phone, so it would sound like this is the me phone voice. thunder bringer through the ringer, show 'em on the judgment call, the one who makes the kingdom fall. And then you get the sad music, right? And then Zoe wrote, there were other ways from Epic. Okay, we'll do this one last one, and because I saw you write this one a few times, I felt bad. So we'll do a little bit of this one. All right. We're gonna do Silver and Knife. We're gonna do Silver and Knife for this one. Please don't read anything into it. I just think this is a good song. Why did I choose this one? There are other ways of persuasion. There are other. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump to the. I know. I just started, but I know what part would make sense where we could have both characters. But where it's not like where it's not too saucy. Back at home, my wife awaits for me. She's my everything, my Penelope, and she's all my power, all my power. But it's been 12 long years, 12 long years since I have seen my wife. And now the god of tides is out to end my life. So I beg you, Cersei, grant us mercy and let us puppets leave. Leave, jeez, I'm crow. Leave. Pretend that was knife sounding. And then you have Cersei coming in. This is from Epic. For those who don't know, everyone look up Epic on YouTube or any music platform. Epic's awesome. Epic the musical. Anyway, Poseidon, eh? There might be a way to evade him. There might be a way to get home. Though this other way's very dangerous. It might be your one final home. I know of a brilliant prophet. The problem is this prophet is dead. I can't get you home, but I'll get you to the underworld instead. Whoa. I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead. All right. As you see, I already pulled up the next question. Can you give us a word or a sentence from the episode 17 script? I feel like this is like a Brian department question. He's the writer. I don't want to step on his toes. So I'm like, I'm going to pull up the script. I'm going to see if I could say anything about it that I feel comfortable saying. It's probably not going to be a word or a sentence. That's, Brian's the writer. Let him do whatever he wants with that, kind of on a whim. I could ask the rest of the team, but I didn't ahead of time, and I don't think right now is a good time to do so, because then you're just waiting around for that answer. But fun fact about this next big, exciting, maybe final part is I was gonna give you something that I'm like, maybe it's too vague. I was gonna say there's something in here that I pitched for episode 16, in a sense that made it to episode then 17. I say that, I mean, like, I guess that's true about a lot of things. Brian and I spent so long, like, outlining very thoroughly how this whole finale goes. So I guess in a sense that, we both pitched a lot of things that ended up in this one. But I was thinking about like something like at the scripting writing phase of 16, something I brought up that then came into fruition early on into this part that makes me very happy. But that doesn't really tell you anything, right? That's just me kind of like be like, guess what? I worked on the episode, which I worked on the episode starting a real long time ago, just like every other little episode. But I'm trying to think of like something that I can maybe say about like voice acting for this episode. I did a lot of voice acting for this next one. Does that mean anything to y'all? I did a lot of voice acting for this one. I think for the whole finale, I mean, like, it is probably the most voice acting I've ever done for a single project, easily, right? If we're talking the finale as a whole. But I voiced a finalist, so that's not too surprising, as well as a couple other characters, as you may or may not be aware. I'm psyched for this one. I'm pretty psyched for episode 17. I think we wrote these episodes knowing, okay, 16 is going to end here. We need to end 16 at this exact spot. It is going to be so important that we end at this exact spot. But that doesn't mean that we knew that 16 would have this, and we knew that 17 would have other things that would make it very much stand out from 16. So I mean, like, I can't give specifics, but I could say that the hype is pretty dang worth it. So both parts of the finale are pretty epic in my little opinion. And this next one's also very special to me in very different ways than 16 is. Let's see. Let's jump to a new question here, eh? A new little question. New epic little question. You deserve it. You specifically deserve it. We get this one a lot. This one's always interesting. Spirit, the number one light brush shipper. Will there be a season 4? Maybe. I mean, like, okay. We've kind of said this a few times. I don't know how many times it was online, but like, think about it this way. Season 2 has been conceived of in a sense of, this is an end point. And I think after you watch the next point, it might be even more obvious how that plays in. But season 4, it would not be the same show were we to do something like that. Obviously, it would. I can't say any more than that. I got to cut myself off there before I run myself into a corner. But maybe we do something else, not II related after. Maybe we do something more in the II world ish. But like, season 2 is written to be an ending, so we will see. We will see what goes. We will go based off of what we are inspired. Sometimes we get this question. We go, "Hey, does everyone else want a season 4?" And everyone cheers, because why wouldn't they? In the context of you are in an II fan environment. Obviously not everyone's going to cheer for a season 4, but still. Anyway, but the reality is, if theoretically, right, there was a season 4 made, it means that we had a big idea for it that we were excited about. It's not going to be, if we just wanted to keep the channel alive, we would make something else. But if we have an idea for season 4, we will make a season 4. You know what I mean? But we can't promise that. So if I were you, I would go into this next part, picturing that it could be very much the end, But the mind is a silly, infinite little thing, right? Juniper wants to know, will we see a character in the new episode? I'm thinking of a very specific character, and yes, you will see that character. It's Cops. Let's see here. Does Marsh miss Paintbrush? Asks Peach Blossom 09. Not anymore. Yeah, they're pals in person again. It's like when you meet a friend online and then meet them in person, but then they run away to live with Apple in a magical little mansion, and they ditch you without saying that they're going to leave. But then you reunite. It's like that. It's very similar to if that happens, and you're. It started as like a, long distance friendship thing on Skype, but I guess that that part didn't come into fruition by the end of that thought. Whoopsie. Oh, we had a good one. We had a good one. We had a good one. Let me jump. Clicked on the wrong thing, but that's okay. I watched your cameo about what's to say about Silver Spoon and what he was up to during the finale. But I was a little sad when he said he wanted someone to dance with him and wanted to tell him I would have danced with him. Silver Spoon's non-binary husband. I deeply, truly appreciate that. I always enjoy the company. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you. Oh yeah. And for reference, this was a cameo I did the other day of talking about little things that Silver Spoon was up to back at the library. So I could talk more about that if anyone wants to send me a little cameo. Link is in the description. I know it's not fun to hear someone sell themselves, but I think it's fun actually to to do it. So if anyone wants me to ramble about their fave little character, I will do that in my voice or in their voice. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Ooh, I was intrigued by this one. I was intrigued by one that I let get away from me. I feel like that's becoming a constant thing. Someone wrote, would I apologize that I didn't click on it. Someone wrote, uh how would Trophy feel about Silver? Would Trophy like Silver? And I'm like, oh gosh. Not really. I think both of them really want like positive affirmations, and neither of them are good at giving positive affirmations. I think they would kind of look down upon each other, at least at first. I think if they approached each other in times of crisis, you know, I could see Silver attempting to work Trophy in a friend way. Um, but both of them kind of would like ideally want a friend who could be like, what yeah, someone who really, really looks up to them. So I mean, like maybe from afar, if they make each other laugh and then they grow close over time and they just think it would be cool to hang out with each other. I think they would have a good time ragging on other people. I think that maybe becomes their common ground. That could be fun. Little dudes just hanging out, little dudes just being little dudes. Goldie writes, "Will Bod ever meet Bo?" Q. I for like all of you would love to see that happen. I can't promise in any sense, but I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Sorry for the non question, but no spoilers and all that, gamers. You know how that goes. Judd Hall writes, "How scared should I be for the finale?" Little face, little face that goes in both directions, sort of. Um, I pretty scared. I mean, like a lot of people, people asked if they should be scared for 16. I was like, it's gonna be wild, but like I'm thinking about the twist at the end, and I know a lot of people when I say something like that are thinking about like the character deaths, which I guess are kind of a big deal too. Hence the title of the stream. Um, but I mean 17 is kind of a lot, so have fun. Good luck. I don't know. Um, I wish I could hold your hand through it all. Sorry, someone got confused and said the title in all caps in the chat. What I mean by that is the title of this stream, where like I attracted a lot of people here by inviting a death combo, but that didn't actually happen. Intentionally clickbaity and all that fun. Point being that this is a lot. It might be a lot. Good luck. Have fun. One fun thing is, we knew it would be that's a spoiler. Never mind. Next question. You gotta stop yourself before you say something that's really small but could be interpreted in a spoiler way, Media training. Am I right, fellas? Media training. Okay. Let's get another really cool Fun, epic, fun, cool, epic question. Nori writes, okay, understandable. Thank you. Thank you, Nori. Thank you. Next question. I'm going to be frank and say I appreciate all people who ask for, can we get a blank fact? The reality is, it is so much easier for my brain to just answer a question that's a little more direct, like, how does this character feel about this? Or how do you like writing so and so? Something that's a little more direct, and then my brain will go, oh, I know the answer to that. So I'm going to click on that person's question and answer it. When someone just asks, can I have a blank, like a fact about blank? I need to like pause and think. And during that time of pausing and thinking, I'm not clicking on the question, and then the question vanishes. So I'm like, okay, time to move on. So I need a direct question like Zoe's question here. Is Paintbrush gonna die? Well, I can't answer it, but like I could read it out loud, and that's kind of funny, right? That's kind of entertaining. Me just having to sit here and not answer a question. So you know how that goes. Pinterest Kun writes, can you say hi, Sunny in Silver's voice, please, and thank you, Illy, kitty face. You snuck a voice request out of me. I'm supposed to not do those. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Voice requests on available on Cameo. And I'll say your name so many times. You could write say my name over and over again until you run out of breath, and I'll do it. I'll do it in Knife's voice, so it's even harder. And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do it for you, Gabriel. I decided that that's what your name is. Whatchamacallit? Let's see. Our bacteria canon, will bacteria be mentioned again somehow? From Rukwaza. I'm trying to remember what this refers to, but you know what? At the risk of talking about something that I don't actually know what it means, yes. Anyway, next question is Alex Wilton Rosewitz, what is bacteria? I don't know. I mean, I know what it is in a biological sense, but I'm not quite sure otherwise. Paper writes, would bot listen to Vocaloid? Yeah, because it's epic. Next question. Next question. Spirit Manzer wants to know, will Silver and Candle ever rebuild their friendship? Maybe. I'm so sorry that I click on these ones that I end up just saying maybe to, but I think y'all, that's what y'all write, so this is what I respond to. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Melly Tunes wants to know if I'm blue IRL. Yeah. Actually, I've been really wanting to dye my hair. I've never done it before, but I think like a very light blue would look pretty cute. So I would like to know in the comments if y'all would think it looks cute too. I'm glad we're spending our time wisely today. Wince Media wants to know, can anyone potentially obtain the Inner Flame, or is it more up to fate? I think a big part of Inner Flame is if a character, so Meaty Candy writes, I support blue hair and pronouns. So true. So based. Sorry, back to Inner Flame. I think a big part of Inner Flame is connecting deeply with someone who already has the Inner Flame. I think that's a huge element of it. Because Inner Flame, a lot of it is about connection within yourself and connection to others and how you feel about others who already have the Inner Flame. It's kind of like an interconnected web, not unlike perhaps, do I say this? I guess why not? I don't know if when there's gonna be a better point to talk about this. Kind of like how the contestants are a little connected through me life. I guess I've never said that out loud to an audience before, so it feels weird. I haven't spoken to an audience since episode 16 came out. Cheers to the characters being created. That's wacky, right? I haven't been able to talk about that before now. Feels weird. That was a almost 10-year long secret. I can't believe I'm able to just say those words out loud. So cheers to that. Everyone, cheers, cheers, cheers. Death Chamber. Pretty wild. That's messed up. So I have on that note, Soki and writes, can Yin Yang get his inner flame? I think it's possible if you transfer it. I mean, he's already connected through Candle. I think Silver Spoon did end up taking time. We didn't have like enough time to show it on screen. Yeah, it would have been fun too. He definitely put in the time to actively think about working on the inner flame. Especially after Candle gave him the motivation after 15. I think if Yin Yang put in the time for it, it's tough because you kind of need to be in a single track mind. And obviously with Yin Yang, that's inherently a difficult thing. Yin Yang would really need to get on the same page with one another to really embrace what the inner flame is inherently, which is difficult, but I think it's definitely possible. I think Yin Yang is probably the closest to being able to obtain it out of all the contestants other than Silver, / Candle. So there you go. That's a little answer to a little question. Do we like when we have answers to little questions? Biff Baff wants to know, Justin, what are the chances Evil Paper returning in episode 17? Well, I know the legitimate chances. So in theory, I should be able to tell you 0% or 100% right now if I wanted to. But and if I gave you any percentage chance in the middle, I would be lying because I know if Evil Paper is in this finale episode. So how am I to answer in a funny way, you may ask? Well, to that I say, if Paper's on screen, doesn't that technically mean Evil Paper was in the episode? Are we thinking about that? Is he Evil Paper? He's probably he's there. I like that guy. Let's see. Wait, I think I saw a good one briefly. Let me catch back on up here. Next question is la 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 la. Can we all sing la 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 la? I thought I saw something, but I kind of just lost it. So that was me trying to find a thing. Did someone say Saga? I think I know what that might be referring to, but then I lost that question too. It was before the la 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 la's. The la la la's just destroyed me because so many comments came in all at once. Just everyone in unison wanting to say la 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 la. Shoot, I had it again. See, I gotta just find it. In the moment I see it again, I gotta click on it. I just had it. I just had it. No. There it is. No, I lost it again. No. I thought I saw favorite saga, and I assume that means epic. Come back, question. Come back. I keep chasing after you. Why won't you let me just keep your eyes open? So much has changed, but I'm the same. Yes, I'm the same. Well, if there was a question that asked, what's my favorite epic saga, which I only read half the question. I don't even know if that was what the question was asking that I've been searching for so long. Thunder Saga, I guess. I mean, Ocean is awesome. Thunder is awesome. Wisdom is awesome. There's a lot of awesome ones. I'm probably going Thunder because it's just kind of nonstop bangers all the way through. So that again, anyone just look up Epic the Musical and be as hooked on it as I am. So that's my 2 requests. If you want to thank me for doing the live stream, you listen to Epic and then you click on the Cameo link in the description and ask for a little cameo in which I say silly words for you, any silly words that you write. That's a good point. I do work for Animation Epic, so maybe it's just destiny that that you know, I eventually get into the musical known as Epic. I'm on Animation Epic and we work on musical episodes sometimes. So it all ties together. Scared Miltar writes, Justin, can you say hi, Milky, in Knife's voice? Okay, yeah. Hi, Milky. Yo, yo, yo. Love milk. That's what he says. That's Knife's new catchphrase. Love milk. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. Wait, there's one that I've seen a few times. I should probably. Dang it. This is what I get. This is what I get for not just slowing the questions down. This one's come up pretty often. Oh, new cameo. Thank you. No, wait. Ooh, a 24-hour request. OMG. That means I'm going to have to get it to you so quickly. OMG, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to get you this 24-hour request so quickly. I am so grateful. Thank you for sending a cameo. I'll give you a shout out on stream. Everyone who gives a cameo, link in the description, I will shout you out on stream and give you the cameo. So the person who just did, I'll go back for the previous two. I'm gonna have to look into how to more properly pronounce this. So apologies for how I pronounce it right now, but I'm seeing Pavin Sukam, Pavin Sukam, Pavin. It could be Pavin. I'm assuming it's Pavin Sukam. I'm gonna work on that. But thank you so much, and I will do that next one. I'll get that to you ASAP. But we also got cameos from well, this one is for someone else, so I probably shouldn't say the name. So apologies there, but I know there's Jordy as well who sent one. Thank you, Jordy. There's another one that came in during the stream, but I'll hold off on saying the name in case I don't want to spoil any secrets, since it's not for the person who sent it in. Okay, looking at the chat again. Wait, shoot, did I respond to whatever the message was that I had on screen just now? Okay, I didn't, but I'm going to go back on the YouTube video. The question was, hi, Justin, what was it? Since you are the VA of Knife, do you know how Knife feels about hugs? Does it depend on how close they are with the person? Does it depend on if it's in public? From Jackie Hearts. Well, how does Knife feel about hugs? I think Knife understands that he is, in a physical sense, a very dangerous person. So I think he's already a little hesitant about them to begin with. At least nowadays, that wouldn't be the case, in the earlier days of the show, but nowadays that would be the case. But I do think, it does, I agree, depend on a level of closeness. I think he's down for a hug when it's a person he's very close with, and if the timing feels appropriate. He's not gonna give a casual hug. He'll give a fist bump. But I think he needs to be at a certain level to be giving a hug. Good question. Yeah. Let's see. Next question is so good. Hydra 5XG wants to know, would Paper be able to defeat Steve Cobbs? Correct answer is yes. Well, I'm gonna have to go with the correct answer and say yes. Yes, he would be able to defeat Steve Cobbs. I think Paper is the only one who really understands the concept of hey, if you're so flat, you could kind of slip through any little crack and you could sneak up on Cobbs and then just wha-pow right in the forehead. You know what I mean? I think Paper would slip under the door, go really smooth incognito like, and jump Cobbs from behind, and unleash evil paper upon him, right? I mean, that sounds fun. I'm sure Cobbs kind of like skimmed through season 1, so Cobbs won't even know about that element. He would be so caught off guard and surprised. Cobbs feels like the kind of person who would just throw season 1 on in the background, and it took him a while to get into II at all, so it makes sense that the earlier stuff he wasn't paying full attention to in the first place. So next little question. So a good one. So where to go? Where did you go? The love of Scylla. This is our only way home. There you go. Deep down. You're quiet today. Deep down. Oh, me pad. Deep down, you hide a reason for shame. I've got a secret I can no longer keep. I long lost the, the thing that I was looking for. So let me start again from the bottom. And I'll go to the bottom of the chat. Deep down. Oh, we got a new cameo. So I'm going to announce who that is from, assuming that it's not for a different person. Yes, it's for, I believe it's pronounced Marcy. Yay! Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. It's a request for Knife to sing, and I will do that. I will do the little Knife singing for you, and it's your choice whether or not the rest of the world will experience it. And then additionally, a cameo from Marvin. Oh, Marvin is back, baby. Let's heckin' go. Let's heckin' go. It's Marvin. Let's heckin' go. Let's go. Marvin is back. Let's go. And this one, this is a good one because my first ever cameo for anyone wondering, because I know you're all wondering, was a one in which I was supposed to roast Marvin, which was a a wild one for me because I'm like, I'm not good at roasting people, but this is my first cameo. I gotta get this right. So I gotta make this right, baby. What's that? How's that deleted Frozen song go? Gotta make this right, baby. Anyway, point being, we're gonna that one's about a toilet and knee pad. So that's pretty pog, pretty pog. I won't elaborate too much if you want it to be a surprise, but still epic and good, and still epic and good. Thank you, Marvin. You're so cool. Okay. Now we can jump to the next question. And for clarity, because it's been a while since I said it, I guess. If you want your name shouted out, and to get like a special voice requesty thing, whether I'm talking or a character's talking or something, the link to my cameo is in the description. Yippee! So this is a great question from Fresh Lemon Tea. What would goo taste like if I ate him? I'm thinking probably poisonous, right? Probably like death in a cute way, right? I think goo would taste like spoiled gelatin in like a, oh, I'm gonna die because I took a bite of this kind of way. Like I think you would know immediately. Like it's the kind of poison that tastes like poison in a cute, nice way. We have a new cameo from Doodle. Thank you so much, Doodle. Yo, I mean, like this is pretty amazing. This one is asking for Silver singing Epic the Musical. I won't go into any more detail. That's for you to share with the world if you choose to do so. But I am so excited for that. I will make that happen. as soon as possible. I am very grateful. Thank you so much. Okay, Oakley Dokley. Okay. Next question. Goldie says, will there be a romantic scene of any sort in the finale? You don't want to ask me this. You really don't want to ask me this question, because to me, the scene in which Me Phone X dramatically approached OJ was so romantic. Like, oh my gosh, like Me Phone X wanted no one else in the world in that moment other than OJ. Like that was like oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. So if you, in that sense, I mean, like, episode 17 is pretty romantic if you if you think about it. Yay! Everyone in the chat, yay! Every time I do that, I regret it, because then I lose all the questions in a sea of yay! Yay! Okay, now I'm going to actually look for questions just in time for all the yays to come in on my end. Yay! I appreciate the person who I couldn't click on right away that said, we're not cheering for that, or whatever. That was good. That was funny. That made me laugh. That gave me a little smile on my face, if you think about it. So glad I'm not on webcam right now. I just look like a little loser. I look like a little loser person. We have a new cameo alert. Gotta give a shout out. Link in the description for cameos. And this cameo is from DeLongo. Little DeLongo. It looks like this cameo needs to be kept a secret. But thank you, DeLongo, for the cameo. I'm so excited to help you with this cameo. That's my new that's my new cameo song. That's gonna go on to the next Inanimate Insanity soundtrack. Get hyped for that. Cameo. Who would anyone prefer cameo over the Future Is So Yesterday? So I don't. I think it's kind of a winner if you think about it. Asphodel, that's a cool name. Writes, will there be another trailer? I'm thinking probably, not definitely, but probably. I think we'll have one more trailer for the finale. Is my assumption. We will see. So I actually might work on this one whenever it is the time to do so, and I hope whatever it ends up looking like, that y'all enjoy it. That you all enjoy it. I got a cameo message, which I've never received before. That's exciting. From Connie. Connie, I will literally read this right when the chat is done, so you could have my full attention. But thank you, Connie, for the message. Yay! Cameo link in the description. Thank you. But let me take a look at the little comments. The little comments. Oh, we got. Well, pause quickly for another cameo shout outs. And this one's from Ice the Cat. Yay! And it seems to be a very nice little MePad request, and it even says, "Can I get a hi from MePad on the stream?" So absolutely, you get a little bonus right here that says, "Hi." That is not the MePad voice. Sorry, that was way off. Hi, Ice the Cat. I hope you're having an exceptional night. or day. I'm not sure what time zone you exist in, but thank you. Thank you dearly. So that's the cameo, little link in the description. You get a little shout out. Next question is Star, would Goo eat a pine cone? Goo would okay. Goo wouldn't eat a pine cone in a traditional sense. Goo respects pine cones too much. What Goo would do is kind of absorb a pine cone into his essence. Maybe that's through his mouth. Maybe that's just squished into him, anywhere else. Like, as long as the pine cone is a part of him, I think Goo will feel like he has transcended in a sense. You know what I mean? He would never like swallow a pine cone because he understands that a pine cone is more than what he is. It wouldn't make sense in the food chain of life for Goo to eat a pine cone. Pine cone theoretically should be eating him, but pine cone don't have mouth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You'll get it. Y'all get it. Um well, that's a big bomb drop that I will get to later right after the stream. That will be a whole conversation. I'm intrigued by this. Okay. Next question. Boop, 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 boom. I saw a good one. That I'm going to find. I'm going to find the good question again that I just lost. I clicked on it. Shoot. Wait, come back. Okay. Kindle. Stuart Kendall. That's a cool way to spell that. That's cool. I like your name. Would Meepad like making art? That's a really good question because I think art would be something that Meepad finds a lot of difficulty in. That that it's not something that would come naturally to him. Back in the day, so to speak, when he was initially programmed. But I think there's a good sense that Meepad would get increasingly better at concepts of art as time would go on. I think Meepad would be intrigued by the process of art more so than the artistic elements of art, at least early on. I think Meepad would get better at the artsy part of art as he goes, and be very intrigued by the technical aspects right away. I feel like Meepad could be really good at any sort of art if he set his mind to it, like better than a lot of people would be when they're first starting out. He could like download a tutorial and just roll with it, and then he'll figure out the artistic meaning part after that. I headcanon right now that Meepad will get really into painting immediately after the finale. That's my little headcanon. Okay. Next question. Team Swamp. Do we like that? Do we like that little reference to team swapping and teapot? Which I always get really excited about. That was really funny. Whenever we watch the teapot episode, that was but it's the second newest one. So I've been getting the numbers mixed up. I guess it's 12, right? Teapot 12's the second newest one, right? I think. Yes. So when we get to the team swap part in the theater during the tour, we would get through the whole song and it'd be team swap, and it's fun and cute. And then you wait a few seconds and then the audience goes crazy because it always takes the audience like a few moments to like actually internalize, oh shoot, we're actually doing something pretty wacky, crazy, unusual. This is exciting. This is this is fun. We're doing a team swap. We are in the audience to get an early screening of this. That's bananas. So I hope the people there had fun with that. Let's see. Someone asked if certain characters are kiss boys, and I really like that question, but I couldn't click on it in time. That's funny. That's funny. I like you. Um, um, Loza Wowza. Why did fan all of a sudden stop making fans fantastic features? I love this question because it doesn't ask why we stopped making FFF. I know that answer off the top of my head. Clearly, you know, we just ran out of time to work on it once we started working on a season again. Because, like IA, we were talking about Inanimate Answers earlier today in the stream. Like with FFF, but that was coming out at a time in which we weren't working actually on any episodes, or at least not working heavily on any episodes. We're primarily focused on the bonus content for a while. Don't ask me why. That was a wacky time in the channel's history. But whatchamacallit? In canon, why did stop making FFF? I'm willing to bet that there's a chance. I mean, I could see a scenario in which he made more FFFs that weren't put to screen. Like he didn't feel like they were good enough. He got really caught up in the perfectionism of making an FFF episode, that he like filmed some that he just didn't put online, for our viewing pleasure. So I mean that could be fun. Let's see. I saw this, but to finish out the previous question, I'll I'll answer this one in a second. To finish out what I was just previously saying, I think it's also possible that that fan, just got a little wrapped up in flying away to Invitational Islands, and then was in the library and was doing this whole thing, and is now only back now for season 2, and just hasn't had any time since then. I think Fan's been a pretty active character since the last FFF, especially if you watch the Inanimate Direct live stream that we did, in which you actually see when he gets the spoiled lemon tickets that lead into season 3 happening. I don't know if a lot of people have made that connection, but yippee. Oh, right, we got 2 more. I know I have a question on screen that I haven't gotten to yet, but I'll connect this all, because first we have new cameos. Thank you for your new cameos. So we got some from we have one from Uni, where we have a pep talk one. Thank you for that one. And we have one from huge fan of Justin. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to read your request on stream, but there's a lot of messages on here. I regret watching the episode 8 stream. Knife. Golly. Okay. Let's see if I could find. This is gonna be a tough challenge to see if I could find your request in the stream. If you can you do me a favor? For the person who is labeled themselves huge fan of Justin, can you leave a comment on this YouTube video? I don't know if that's available to do right now, or if it'll be available to happen after the stream. But if you could leave a comment on the video, that'll be a lot easier to find than in this quick moving chat box. So if you could do that, that'll be super, super helpful, whether that's now or if it's only available after the stream, then thank you so much. If it's not available now, it will be available once the stream is done. Thank you. I thought there was another one. I'm just gonna double check to make sure that no additional ones came in that I missed, because I wanted to be able to give everyone a shout out. But I think I've gotten to all of them. I think. Thank you all for the cameos. If you want to get a shout out as well, cameo link is in the description. And speaking of cameos, here's one. Here's a response to one of them. Kitriel, it's a cool name. Writes, Justin, in the cameo request you did with Silver, I'm dying to know who was he going to ask to dance with him. Was it Candle? Please, Justin. I actually screamed out loud when I saw the video. I think it makes sense that Candle, the one season 3 contestant that wasn't mentioned in that video, might have been alluded to when Silver was talking about wanting to dance with someone, but perhaps didn't feel like it was the right time for him to go about that. I think Candle's a pretty epic and cool guest there. If obviously if you two would like a shout out, like we just got another one. We got we got a new cameo request from Shua. Thank you dearly. Thank you so much. And that one's asking about more inner flame info. So I get to ramble about the inner flame to that person, and that person can choose whether or not to share it with all of y'all, or y'all could just, or if you want your own personal ramble about an element of the show that you're interested in, Cameo link is in the description. Cameo, and that's the Cameo song. Delmos writes, question, how is Paper coping with OJ's deletion? Poorly. Very poorly. Disastrously, so bad, so incredibly bad, very, very sad, incredibly depressed, unjoyous. Life is ruined for all time. So could be worse, right? Could be worse. OJ meant a lot to Paper. So this is pretty messed up. I don't know why the writers decided to do that, but they did do that, and I think that's a little messed up on their part, and I hate them. I hate the writers. That's my Fanny impression. Next question. Let's see. Next question. Next. Bot wants to know, does Bot like the Powerpuff Girls? Bot loves the Powerpuff Girls. Bot loves that despite the fact that they are cutesy and tiny on the outside, they don't take no S word from anyone. And that kind of makes them awesome. I think it's important that characters are allowed to just kick butt. You know what I mean? Without needing to say sorry. They're just saving the day over here. Let them save the day. Doodoo writes, what was the funnest season to be on, voicing the same character or otherwise? Great question. I think the funnest season to be on, I mean, it's hard not to say season 2, just because with every single episode that came out, especially like episode 11 on, but plenty of earlier ones too, I'm just beyond the moon excited to see what the world will think of the episode. So it's really near and dear to me, you know. I think, you know, especially the back half of season 2 episodes, every single episode we went into it with this major game plan of, we are going to talk about this. We're going to talk about X, Y, and Z, and it's going to be awesome. And this episode is going to play a pivotal part in what is left for the show because X, Y, and Z. And we know every piece of the puzzle, and it needs to be told for the finale to land. We had a very clear finale in mind from way, way beforehand, and we knew how to make every single episode really exciting. Obviously, you know, voice acting, on the other hand, I mean, like, I honestly, before the season 2 finale, I would say voice acting goes to season 3. It's Silver and Goo are just such fun characters. I love them. But with season 2, like, getting to voice a finalist who is kind of going through it, episode 16 and onward, it's kind of an actor's dream to be able to be in the position I get to be with Knife and a couple, you know, and others maybe. But so season 2 gotta take the cake, baby. I love. That's all I do is I love. Okay, we got a new cameo. We got a cameo. Who wants to hear about my new cameo? We gotta give a shout out to Ice the cat again. Yay! Please mention suggestion on stream. Well, Ice the cat is putting out there. Meeped narrates an entire episode of Bob Ross, any episode. That might be a bit of a lengthy request, but I'll see what I can do. That or how long are Bob Ross episodes? I feel like I'm also not sure if you want me to make up my own Bob Ross or if you want me to take an existing episode of Bob Ross. I'm spelling Bob Ross like boss. Anyway, and rework that. Yeah, Bob Ross episodes are like 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I will. My assumption is, oh well, you're saying any episode, so I guess I am to take an episode and me padify that episode, which would probably involve rewriting the episode script and then voicing that script. It might be a little lengthy. I might need to cut it down to segments, but I'm going to give you as much as I can here. I'm gonna give it my all. Thank you so much for the cameo request. You are actually so cool. Next question. It's definitely an annoying sound to listen to. I apologize. I just get a little excited about being here with y'all. I'm having a really good night. I started feeling sicker than I currently am, so we're on the upswing. Even though my voice is getting increasingly more tired, we've been doing this for 2.5 hours. I might be wrapping on the sooner side. So let's get those questions in, and any last second cameos if you want to hear anything else before we start. Wrapping up here. If you want any other shout outs from Cameo. For now, I will be in the chats looking for a question. My brain was not letting me read any of these. I was looking at the questions, but I was not reading any of the questions. Let's see. Lonk was here asked, what was your favorite part about the BFDI and II tour? Such a fun, cool question because there's so many options here. I'll be frank here. I wish I could say that my favorite part was, there's all these cities that I've never been to before and I get to explore them. But the factually matter, the reality of the situation, as a little reference, is that I had my full-time non-II job during the entirety of thank you. I saw Shins write something. Who was doing cameos. Thank you so much. You're so cool. I didn't get to read the full question or message, but anyway, for the tour, I didn't. Yeah, I had my full time job, so I was kind of working Mondays through Fridays for the entire day on my main job, and then working Saturdays and Sundays on the tour. So I didn't quite get to do city exploration, even though I was in these cities I've never been to before. That might be different if we do the tour again. We will see what happens with that. So what was my favorite part of the tour? It's hard. I think my favorite part of doing the tour is the Q&A portion, where we have audience members come up to a microphone, give us a question, and then on the spot, we as a group get to answer. It's kind of like what I'm doing right now, but like I get to be with Adam, Michael, Carrie, and whoever else is with us. Brian, often with us, or Sam and Ben. Catherine was my great table pal. We had Reagan there. There's so many people. I'm sorry I'm not naming everyone, but Emily was awesome. Point being, that I love coming up with answers on the spot. That I would do the Q&A for hours and hours and hours, which is kind of exemplified best by the fact that I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. But it's also very nice here because I get to be a little more focused in on II specific little questions and get to be a little more freeform with things, and just get to ramble if I so choose to. Oliver wants to know night to breath. Would Meepad play Minecraft? Yes, and Meatpad would be so good at Minecraft, so incredibly good at Minecraft. I think my Meatpad would destroy me in Minecraft. We have a cameo. Thank you for the new cameo. For Sunny. Thank you so much. What should we call it? Silly Video Silver. Uh, yeah, we got this asking for a silver rant that I'm excited to do, and Sunny wants a hi from Silver on stream. Hi, Sunny. Pleasure to be hearing from you. You are my favorite mwah, mwah, mwah. Little kiss sounds. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're very cool. We're gonna probably be wrapping up soon, so if you want a shout out directly from me that you are guaranteed to get, the cameo link is in the description. And the only and otherwise, I am looking at like a sea of comments and whatnot. But cameo link is in the description. I could do a little request for you, and if the stream is still going, I will shout you out. But we'll probably wrap up in 9 minutes. We'll call it 9 minutes because that's the hour. That's a neat orderly place to end. Whatchamacallit? What do we have next? Whoever wanted to be the number one Yin Yang fan, I'm declaring it right now. I'm so sorry. I missed what your name was and I missed the question, but I'm like, I would love to declare you the number one Yin Yang fan. I just missed your comment. But if you think it's you, it is that means it is you. We got Shint here. Yay! Thanks for the cameos. Says Shint. Thank you for sending me them. They're so fun to do, and you're very awesome. And then they ask, what is your favorite part of voice acting? My favorite part of voice acting is, I mean, I know it's lame to say, but I just like getting in the head of a character because I don't. This is not meant to be like I'm such an empath. I'm such an empath kind of thing. Even though I so kind of am. It's more like hey, Knife is a very angry guy, right? And I'm not. But when I play Knife, I feel his anger and it feels cool, when I get to when Knife has a lot of like grunty effort sounds that he has to do. Like I feel it feels cool to exist as the character. When a character needs to cry and I've needed to do that, like I get in that headspace. I feel it's a nice, safe environment to feel such a wide variety of emotions, but also it could get so silly as well. I think there's just such a freedom to being able to voice act. I don't think I'm the best actor, like on screen or on stage. Like, I feel like I feel like I'm pretty decent at conveying a lot of emotion and knowing comedic timing, blah blah blah. When I'm just using my voice, the moment I have to involve my hands, my face, whatever, like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not trained in that, but you know, with voice acting, I feel like there's so much to explore with yourself and with characters, and I think it's my preferred outlet for all artsy things. Voice acting will always be my favorites, and I think everyone should give it a try because it's cool. I decided everyone should try it for 5 minutes and see what happens. And obviously, doing silly voices is nice. Sometimes it's nice that people could hear this voice and go, "Oh, I know who that is," and they don't think it's Justin. They say, "Oh, that's Silver," and I'm like, "Yeah, that wasn't even me. That was that other guy." "'Tis I, Silver Spoon, bow down before me." And he's just a little guy. He's just a little dude being a little guy. Um, Star wants to be the number one Goo fan. You so are. You so are. Welcome to my Goo army. So yeah, welcome to his Goo army. That's pretty cool. Uh, what we got here? So a good question. Avery writes, "Hi Justin, what's your favorite episode you've written? Also, how's your day been going? Day's been going pretty well. I was very allergy sick yesterday, and I was only a little allergy sick today, probably because I took a lot more medicine today. Yay! But to favorite episode I've written, it's a tricky question because I've written. If we're it gets interesting because I'm like hatching the plan and kick the bucket and all that from second half of season 2. I've written a lot of those, but with a lot of other people. If we're talking about episodes I've written alone, um, I'll always be very fond of the Overthinkers. I feel like we're able to really reach outside of the box on that one, and it just concludes in such a satisfying way. And I think we're able to bring a lot of life to the team of the Thinkers, which I think by episode, the end of episode 3, I think the Thinkers is definitely the team, and partly because we haven't ever had an elimination with them prior to that point. But I think it's the team that everyone had in the audience had like the least sense of. So to be able to really focus in on them, and I think by the end of the episode, I think we accomplished making that team a lot of people's favorites. I think that was great. I wish, in a sense, that we were able to do the same for like the Pinkers. I would say the same with the Sinkers, but like I feel like the whole first half of the season was very like, here's the Sinkers elimination, here's the Sinkers elimination, which is kind of inherent to what we wanted to do with them. We wanted the Sinkers team to sink, but the Pinkers, I wish we were able to give them a little bit more time to shine. But in a sense, I think Cabby and Bot ended up being like the two main characters of the season. Obviously, Balloon and Silver are there as well, but like in a sense of like what a main character feels like, I feel like um Cabby, Bot, Balloon all fit the bill, and that's pretty Pinkers heavy right there. I also, I had a lot of fun working on the finale. I got to write the finale 2-parter. Um, and that was such a huge challenge because there was so much that we needed to convey in such a limited amount of time rather. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I love Survivor finales, and we were able to do a more traditional one for the most part with this. We got to do more stuff with walkie talkie and me phone, and a lot of that related to like, we got a few last second like finale twist hints in there for the season 2 finale, because walkie talkie clearly was able to start piecing together um some elements of what the season 2 episode 16 twist is. Walkie knew, like, hey, it's kind of like an inherent thing of like Walkie's searching for who is on the other end of the walkie-talkie, and like got the answer of me phone and was kind of able to start putting little details together there. I like Walkie. But obviously, I'm a big fan of Springy, being that I got to do basically all of Springy's writing in season. Basically, all of. I guess all of. I guess I never really thought about it. I guess I am the only one who got to write Springy episodes. Because I pitched them for episode 14, which is another favorite of mine. I just love Bot and Cabby, and I love their little journey together. A little messy, but the parts of it that work, I'm really really fond of. Um, I love getting to watch them start in a place and not getting each other at all, and by the end of the episode, they really really get each other. Um, and that's a strong bond that I'm really thankful that we were able to explore. Um, Silver and Yin Yang too, that episode in Spring on the Breakfast, like I think that was really interesting to explore, and all the Spring bots and Springy themselves is so fun. Um, I want to do more Springy. Oh gosh, maybe we just make the Springy show next. What was I talking about? I don't know. I have a lot of favorites, but Spring on the Breakfast and Overthinkers are probably the ones that pop out to me the most. I love the episode 10 challenge though. I love the episode 6 challenge. There's so much. I love the Inanimates in Pesty Besties. They're, that episode came from a lot of just things I love meshed all together. That's when you're writing your own thing, I think that's always a great place to start. Thinking about all the shows and media, movies, books, whatever that you love the most. Um, yeah, DeLonga's reminding me I have 1 minute. I'm rambling here though, so I'll I'll wrap up in a moment. But I'm rambling here. It's like I'm walking out. I'm rambling here, and I'm enjoying it. So I'll wrap up soon. But that's fair. I did say that I'd be wrapping at this time, and I don't want to keep anyone up. It is a school night for some people, I guess, and a work night. So I don't want to be in a position where I'm keeping people up who might be waiting for this to wrap. But to close out the previous thought, think about all when you're starting up a project, think about all the things you like and find a way to mesh it all together. Because if you're working with pieces that you love, you will love the thing that you make. Um, maybe you're a big fan of objects and reality shows, and you mash that together. What a concept! um, Jazzy says, "I need to buy a cameo." Well, you have a few seconds before the stream ends if you want a on stream little shout outs, but I can't promise that I'm gonna be here for very long. you know. Um, but I am very, very grateful for you all being here. For you all being here. Um, what do we have here? Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess we will be wrapping up now. Unless something like super catches my eye, I'm probably gonna wrap it all up here, and then we'll get some sleep. We all deserve some sleep. Ashley Poo wants a hi from Goo. Hi, Ashley. Oh, that's not Goo's voice. Hi, Ashley Poo. So thank you all. It's been a lovely stream. We'll do this again soon, sometime. If I didn't get to you, I'm sorry. We'll do it again in the future. But also, wait! I gotta click on Scribbles. This thing. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Scribbles, come back. Well, Scribbles wrote something funny that made me laugh. So, Scribbles, if you're listening, just know that you made me laugh, saying, "Justin, don't sleep. You're above that." I'm like, yeah, that's so true. I'm so above that. Oh gosh. But we'll do this again sometime. Good luck on your bio test, person who just wrote that they needed good luck on the bio test. You got this. You're so brave, and I'm proud of you. And if you want a voice request sooner than whenever I do my next live stream in like a week or 5 months, I don't know when it's gonna be, then link is in the description to the cameo. Paintbrush says, "Say goodnight to me." Good night, Paintbrush. Link in the description for the cameo if you want to get a voice request like within the next couple days. I will say whatever you want in whatever character voice, or I'll talk to you in my own voice about whatever topic you want. I will do the things that you want. You're so cool and epic. I hope you have a wonderful night, everyone. As Fizzy Mott said, Justin, I hope next time you have blue hair and pronouns. I got one of those things. And I'll get the blue hair too. Maybe, maybe. I might be moving within the next few months. I might make that a part of moving. So sleep tight, all, and remember that uh ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. I saw enough people mentioning epic. Anyway, nighty night all, nighty nighty, goodbye. Whoa, whoa. Or it's no, right? Odysseus goes, no. Keep your friends.